What up? What up? It is Sunday night, March 26th. We are back for another exciting adventure of Streamlined Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Dane. I'm your host. I am the Dungeon Master tonight. Uh, Next to me is Megan. She's playing Calcine. She's a Fire Ganassi barbarian with a little bit of fighter in her as well, known for her gladiatorial status on Champion of the Ring, etc. Next to her is Tim. Tim will be playing Mag Varus. He is a human and he is a life cleric to, since we're in the dwarven capital now, to the life deity. He likes small animals, even though, or he doesn't like small animals, but they love him. Or maybe he's like
His dog
neutral.
walks by in the background.
Are you neutral on small animals, or are you all about them? I can't remember.
Awful neutral.
Mostly neutral.
Mostly neutral. Okay. Next to Tim is Cam. She's playing Jill Sarah Hawk, an Eladrin archer assassin. Hides in the shadows and is known to take down one or two foes every once in a while when no one's looking. Evan is next to her playing Webb Winterthorn, a bard with aspirations of being a ranger. However, most of his rangering is just stories. And finally, we've got Max down at the end there, currently playing Roland, a half-elf bard with a couple ranks in fighter as well. He likes to go invisible, tromp around in plate mail, and slap stuff with a flail. So that pretty much sums up the game tonight, guys. Everybody's been introduced. We know everybody's story. See you next time. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Bye.
Bye! So we left off last week with us in the capital city of the Dwarven Empire of Korsoth, known as the Crystal. The crystal being named as such because of a giant magic crystal that is the very center of this mega city of the Dwarven Empire underneath the mountains. And surrounding it has been constructed this temple. In the very center of this Dwarven city is this temple that's been built up around this crystal, along with the library in which Webb is hoping to traverse to today. The rest of the city is tiered out and dug into the mountain itself, separated by clan and caste, as well as by trade and other reasons. There's mines offshooting and tunnels offshooting from different plateaus or tiers of this inner city. We left off with you guys, though, currently in about a 20 by 20 room with moderate, comfortable places to sit and tables and whatnot, but sort of a closed off room that they've taken you in, almost like a waiting room. It has perforated walls that you've deduced maybe used to overhear what you're speaking about. Correct me if I'm wrong, Evan. Is Webb casting the little hut, or not the hut, but the next fantastic?
The private sanctum.
Are you going to cast
Yeah,
that
I
in
could
there?
really use a nice soft bed to get some rest in.
Oh
If
yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to be stuck here, we might as well be comfortable.
Let me get that going here. Sprinkle a little cinnamon.
And I think we
Sugar.
already did a long rest, right? Like, so you guys are good there, but like you're just, because he'd already cast that and it lasts for 24 hours, so you'd still have 16 hours left on the one he'd cast from last night.
I think you just dismiss it, right? Or it disappears when the next one's created.
Sure, but I mean, regardless, it's a 24-hour spell, so like he could leave it up and still have 16 hours left without having to cast it again when he's about to leave. I don't know what you guys want to do. I'm just.
He didn't cast it here, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, he didn't cast it in here? I thought he did before we left.
No, it was at the. He cast it
The
in
room
the,
where we snuck
Oh,
through
okay.
the
I'm sorry.
trapdoor.
We just discussed you casting it in here again, and you hadn't actually.
Wrong.
Okay,
correct.
perfect. Okay, so you guys are all back where we're in this room still. I'll leave the floor open for you guys for a minute, and then I've got some stuff at some point.
So once we're all inside, I've been thinking, I don't know much about magic, except for, the shit that happens to me when I get real excited. But angry, excited, whatever. It's exciting to be angry. Jolsara can do that teleporting thing when she's seen a place, and you can do that polymorph thing to sneak around. So what if you polymorph Jolsara into I don't know, a spider or something, and put her, or a mouse, and put her in your pocket, and then took her so that she can see the place. And then when you come back, she can just teleport us all in and we can do our business and we can leave from there.
Well, I guess I can do that.
The only thing I would wonder is, are the dwarves going to be like, oh, weren't there more of you in here?
Well, if we all hang out in the private sanctum the whole time, what does it matter?
Currently,
Well,
you guys are in the holding room, right?
Provide us with beds, so I assume we're all resting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You guys are saying all of this in the holding room?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like
No. We're saying this in the private sanctum. I specifically said now that we're all inside the sanctum.
Sorry, I missed that.
Now that we're all in here and cozy, inside where we cannot be heard.
I can actually teleport us there, even if I've never been there.
Yeah, but there's a chance it could go wrong.
There's always a chance it could go wrong.
I don't know a lot about magic, but I do know that I don't want it to go wrong.
what are the odds?
It's only slightly worse.
Can't you increase the chance if you like have something from that location? Like, couldn't Webb like put a quill in his pocket from the library or something?
Yeah, there's an associated object. And I have really good odds.
Did it really say that? Is that real?
Yeah, the odds are actually like 100%. And then if I have a description, you got like a 25% chance that we get there.
No,
And
I don't like those odds.
Yeah, because the alternative is like we literally go to hell or something like that.
no,
right?
no, there's like a 25% chance. Well, 43% chance if the total mishap. 10% chance the similar area, and 25% chance it's on target.
I don't like those odds.
So if there's an associated object there, I don't know if that's
So if you target an object is not an object from there, it's if you're trying to teleport an object.
no. My familiarity is with the associated object.
Correct. Like if you have an object from the library, that will increase your chances of teleporting correctly.
No.
That was my understanding of it as well.
No, it says if you target an object, changes the meaning.
No,
So if
says-
you target,
I can read it. It says, means that you possess an object taken from the desired destination within the last 6 months, such as a book from the wizard's library.
Is this off your helmet?
Suite.
This off the helmet?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the spell, not the helmet.
I'm in
Associated
this.
object means that you possess an object taken from the desired destination within the last 6 months, such as a book from a wizard's library, bed linens from a royal suite, or a chunk of marble from a secret lich's tomb.
Where are you guys reading? Where are you reading this at?
On the teleport spell.
I'm in the teleport spell.
The book.
Look under the bold print that says familiarity.
yeah, it's you have to look at the teleport mishap table.
Oh, it's at the table.
No, what I just read is just underneath the main text. It says familiarity, and it says
Oh,
permanent
yeah.
circle
I
or
see it
associated
there.
object.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't say that anywhere.
So, Web, get the book
With a
from
different
there.
one?
So I can
I'm
go
just
back.
in teleport. I mean, I don't hate that. I just really don't see it.
Well, the real question is, have you guys noticed anything a little different about the private sanctum?
It's bigger.
Oh, no. Same size.
It's weird.
My elephant's inside.
Oh, guys, I purposely had these churro scented candles put in every corner.
Ooh. Suddenly so hungry.
Yeah, the mishap doesn't even come up with anything on the table for me.
So you're looking in Fantasy Grounds?
Yeah.
If you click the teleport mishap table and then click the tab that says notes on the side, it will explain what the familiarity means.
Here, Dane.
There's
And it said-
nothing. It doesn't even show. It doesn't even show the notes. There's nothing in the notes section. You can see on the stream. Nothing there.
Look at my screen.
Weird.
I have this spell pulled up.
Wait,
Why does yours show
while
up?
you're
Mine
looking at
doesn't.
this, do you not see mishap?
I have
There's
the
a
mishap.
mishap table down here.
Yeah, there's no like mine doesn't even have any of that. It's probably one of these stupid extensions I added.
I didn't open up the second one. I opened up the.
No, I opened up every
Yeah, you
teleport
opened
in
up
there,
the wrong one. Open up teleport D&D basic rules players.
buddy. I've opened up every one that I have.
I'm telling you, this first one listed on my screen is the one that this is in.
I got you.
Second one opens up to this teeny tiny thing that you're not seeing anything.
Yeah, I've opened all of them, and none of them have waiver. So it's
Okay, well you can read it on my screen, or can you not read it on my screen?
no, it's mute. It's moot. It's fine. I don't care. I don't know. I'm annoyed with the extension. I think I'm not sure if I know for sure which one it is, but I'm about to break the system. No big deal. Okay, so yeah, familiarity. I don't know. That sounds right. I mean, it sounds cool, right? So let's do it.
So web's still in your book.
I mean, you guys do whatever you want. I'm just here to help. So
He would have to get an object, though.
right.
Mhm.
Spider.
Don't worry, I'm really good at that, guys.
Still a library churro.
Yeah. They probably have like a popcorn cart or something when you go in. I could probably.
Yeah, what library doesn't?
Well, all the ones I go to.
I know.
I mean, These just
maybe
be careful
get a
because
library card.
these dwarves are suspicious anyway, because and you are trying to fool them with your false beard. So
Mhm.
I mean,
So
I haven't fooled anyone. I clearly am a dwarf.
Oh,
the real question here
A
is
buttermilk
why
run.
do we need to go to the library at all? I thought we just needed. Do we not just need like a book out of the library or to read something there?
Yeah, we got to get that one book for that lady.
Yeah, but I think it's in a place where he can't. Is it just that we couldn't get to the library easily, or is it going to be something that they're going to notice is gone?
Maybe both of those things. I mean, getting into the crystal, it was her issue. That's why she couldn't come do it.
Okay.
But she didn't know much about the library itself.
Okay, so go find the book. Worst case scenario, bring back like, I don't know, tear out a page of a book or sign up for a library card and see if they give you that, and then come back. And then
Yeah.
if we need to go in there, we will, and then we've got the thing to get us in there.
Well,
Right?
or if I could just be like, hey, I got to use the restroom and go in there. And they usually have those dispensers that sell love gloves. I could just buy one of those.
You
A
could just
love glove
toilet
dispenser?
paper by that. You don't have to.
Or,
Okay.
if you can find the book that we're looking for, just dimension door back to it and then
Mhm.
teleport out.
Evan, they're going to be sized for dwarfs, so they might not be that useful to you.
Use it as a raincoat.
Web's a
The car
dwarf.
is not using a love glove to teleport.
You could.
You're not using it.
If you don't use it,
You lose it.
you
You lose it.
For sure.
Save it first.
You guys never let me teleport. Come on.
It's funny.
Okay, so did the dwarves come back to check on us yet?
Should they?
I don't know, I'll poke my head outside.
Just say these graphics that we're still in the bridge.
I'm gonna take a chair outside the tent and take watch while everybody rests.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be out there because obviously they're coming to get me to go to the library.
Okay. So I'm sorry. You're checking outside to see if the dwarves are coming back. Is that what I'm hearing right?
And I'm just hanging out
Chair
waiting
up
for
outside
them
the
to
entrance
come
to
get
my
me.
to the sanctum.
All right. I don't know. I don't know the plan. Everybody's doing something.
Everybody's gonna take turns hanging out inside the sanctum. So I don't know, just because we've got it. And I don't want them to come in and be like, why is that in here? So I'm going to hang out outside and we'll take turns making sure that everybody can answer to somebody. I don't know. Everybody's got something to do, right? I don't have shit to do. I'm a barbarian. I don't read. I don't do anything. Not right now.
I don't read. I don't do anything. Leave me alone.
You be mending
Pull
my
up 2
arrows.
chairs, one to sit in, one for my feet, and polish my axe.
Roland is going to practice drawing his weapons in dramatic ways.
Drawing his weapon in what?
In dramatic ways.
Extra flourish.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else, but I'll take dramatic ways. That's great.
Lots of spins.
Blade flourish is literally a feature of this subclass, so I am flourishing my weapons.
Extra flourish.
I'm proud of you for that. About an hour goes by. Somebody does approach. It's the same lady as before. She's got there's a pair of metal bound, you think dwarves, but you can't see any flesh beneath their heavy armor. They just kind of thump behind her as she approaches, and then she opens the door and comes in and to check on you and says, I'm sorry to make you wait so long. It's been a little hectic, and I can't really get into that. But please continue to have patience, and we'll be happy to get you back to the surface as soon as possible.
No, you mean the library.
Oh, I completely forgot. I'm sorry. There's so much going on. I forgot that you had wanted to go to the library. Very well. Very well. Let me go take care of that, and I will be back within the hour to fetch you.
Okay.
And she turns on heel and beelines out between her 2 guards, who then stomp after her as the door shuts.
Well, that was weird.
Wonder if the throne thing's happening.
Yeah, maybe.
Wonder which throne, am I right?
Well, something. Or maybe the orc armies finally showed up.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. That would suck if we were here for that.
Yeah. We would definitely be getting out.
What happened to Stoll? Did they take him to jail?
Yeah, he's not with you guys. He was taken.
Okay.
He's becoming a bad dwarf's boyfriend right about now.
Did she have any library gear
Huh?
that I could have stolen?
Library gear? What are you saying?
Did she have like a book hanging out of her pocket that I could have stolen?
I mean,
like,
no.
Like
Wait,
one of those little Bibles.
They brought us a little stack of books. They were like, in case you get bored, here's some books. Remember?
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, but it wasn't library stuff. It was
paraphernalia or propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
Check and see if one of them has a checkout card in it.
One was a children's book, I do remember.
That's awesome.
Is there any way to tell if any of these books are from the library?
Barcodes, perhaps.
Yeah. No, they don't appear to be from the library. They appear to be like I told you, they're propaganda in a lot of ways.
No Dewey Decimal System.
None of that going on. Nope. All right, so that hour goes by. Anything inside that hour before I bring her back?
Nope.
So
And what's the layout?
Stolen a churro. Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, Cam. I can't hear you. It's just echoes in my head, and I don't hear what you say ever.
Sounds about right.
About right. I heard that. Okay, so as far as who's where, what, and why, who's all in the sanctum, and then who's all in the holding cell, and then in what order?
Holding cell.
But do you believe the sanctum is in the holding cell?
Correct, but like inside the sanctum or
both.
inside the holding cell or inside both, if you're going to be specific. Sorry, buddy.
I think that Roland would be lounging on a couch in the sanctum.
I believe that furniture is more comfortable in the sanctum, so that's where Magros would be as well.
So, Sarah.
I am in the holding room outside the sanctum.
Oh, the door's locked to get out of the holding room.
Right. You said to be specific. Oh. I'm in the holding cell outside the sanctum.
I got you. That's holding. Yeah. Okay.
And
that's you too, Webb?
Yeah. I'm just waiting to go to the library.
And we've decided not to make a spider out of anybody and put him in your pouch or anything like that?
Correct. No spider pouches here.
Okay. And the rest of you just wanted to sit tight while this all happens?
Yeah.
Not by choice.
I know. I hear you. Okay. The hour goes by. She shows back up. She still has the 2 guards with her, and she motions to you. Give me a deception roll, Evan.
Deception. I'm good at this.
Famous last words.
I'm extra good at this. That's a 21.
It was almost a 1, but I like that anyway. So 21, pretty good. Okay, so she escorts you out. She takes you about 200 feet to what appears to be some sort of elevator system. It's not like a traditional elevator. It's more like a lift. It's a platform with a short, like, well, it's almost as tall as you, but a short little
Like a dumbwaiter.
fence around it, very similar to. And there's chains that are on a pulley system, and there is a stout, greasy, bald dwarf with a kind of a braided beard cranking on a crank to get this thing to go up and down.
She's coming up with me.
Down. The crystal
Down.
is in the center, and you guys are up high.
Got it.
So yeah, she's gonna take you down a level. She takes you down a level. The 2 guards actually stay up at the top, and then it's just you and her and the cranker. He cranks down to 1 level. You guys travel another, I don't know, 200-300 feet, and then there's another cranker. Dwarf looks similar, still has the braid, isn't bald, but is very stocky and greasy. And then he wheels you down another level. As you're going, you notice, there's offshooting caves off on each tier that go in a ways, and then there's cut-in buildings inside those caves, like homes or shops and stuff are cut right into the rock and formed off these caves. You'll see these different doors and whatnot to different people's homes and or businesses. Eventually you'll get to the bottom tier where the ground is a lot rockier and less kept, but it comes up to this white marble like mansion that is basically a square around this giant purple crystal that's coming out of the ground. And it's all around it, and the one side is kind of larger than the rest, and she heads that way with you. And eventually you'll get to the side she's going to, and you can tell the pillars in the front, and it opens up a nice like big stone dwarven type door. Slides open, and inside you enter the library.
Well, beautiful city you have here. Nothing like our dwarves back home in Buttermill Run.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like our dwarves back in Buttermill Run.
Mm-hmm.
So real of you.
We're great farmers for sure, but speaking of, I'm sorry, I didn't even offer churro.
No, I'm trying to watch
homemade. I understand. I'm watching mine grow.
Watching mine grow. All right, so let's do this. Let's give you guys a map. Make it a little bigger here. It's not perfect. I couldn't find what I was looking for, so I had to improvise today. Yep, and we got a little web going here.
You change the color of the grid so that the map's not so harsh.
Be real particular about it.
I mean, like, it was just.
That's fine. That it is as it is now. So, and then you have goggles on, so you can see a little bit better in here. And there's light. There's like fires. It's a pretty big library. The walls themselves, as you can see, are filled with scrolls and other things as you enter, as well as interesting statues, and like brazen. What is it? What are those things called with fire in them? Braziers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got some of those lit up, and there's stuff there. There's a number of dwarves in robes wandering around. They have like light purple robes on and black rope belts, and they're flitting back and forth, their hoods up, carrying either candles or books, places as they go flitting about the library. The dwarf with you says, "Well, here it is. You've got a little bit of time, but really, there's a lot going on. I didn't want to say something in front of your friends, but I fear the end is near for our king, and his successor will soon
no.
be chosen.
So sorry to hear that.
Well, he's your king too, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you understand better than those human type.
It's always
Both
hard
types.
when you lose a good leader. What's
Yes.
what's the plan going forward?
Well, that is the issue, as it always has been every time something like this has come up. The successor can be clear, but because of politics, there are actually a few different clear contenders, as the king never technically chose his heir before he was bedridden and stricken unconscious. So there are a few contenders. The most likely is his eldest, but as is the way. But that also could change with the wrong climate coming up, or the wrong. You know how dwarven politics are.
Sure, absolutely. How do you feel about his eldest? Is capable?
She looks around kind of nervously. You're not going to catch me talking illy of the royal family or any of them at any point, for I am truly faithful to
Sure.
our
Well, I
noble
don't know
families.
them at all, so
It's hard to remember that you are a hill dwarf. I'm used to them being slightly taller than us, but I see maybe you got enough mountain dwarf in you to boot.
Yep.
So here it is. One of the aides will be by soon. I will have someone come for you in an hour or two, or how long do you think you need?
I'm not really sure. I kind of just wanted to. This place is huge. Holy cow! It's going to take probably a while.
Okay.
Can I have some, like, when I'm finished? Do I go to someone and call for you, or how does that work?
Yeah, just let one of the aides know that you're
Okay.
wanting to leave, and they'll unlock the front door.
Okay, great. Where would I even start in this place? Where would you start?
I'm not much of a reader. I read what I had to read for educational purposes, but as far as this library goes, as much as I praise be to the Dwemeri, the crystal, praise be to the Dwemeri, and she says it 3 times and like prostrates herself, like shaking her hands as she says it. But I just never got truly into the full study of the crystal and the the religion that follows it.
Okay, so maybe start in the religion section is what you're thinking.
I don't know what you're here for, besides to look at the great library, of course, of the Korsoth
Well, it
Empire.
sure is great, and I really appreciate you taking the time to help me out here.
Sure, no, absolutely. What I can do for a dwarf, I tend to do kindred folk and the like. But I must be on my way. I have matters to attend to of state, and I happen to be slightly mixed into that. So I will return in a while. But if you need to leave sooner, just let one of the aides know, and they will summon a guard to take you back to the.
Well, thank you very much, lady. You stay safe.
Sure. Evan, roll religion and investigation. Everybody else, roll perception.
Religion and what?
Investigation.
Okay, religion, natural 20. Investigation, not 14.
Give me a history too while we're at it.
History.
Culmination of knowledge.
Come on, sweet sugar. Yeah, there we go. 22.
Okay. I'll start with you, Webb, since you're out and about. Webb, so history-wise and religion-wise, you remember only mild murmurings of maybe 100 years ago when the crystal was first found. I'm sorry, hundreds of years ago when the crystal was first found, which is it's not quite 1,000, so it's less than 800, more than 600, somewhere in there. You're not sure the exact dates, but when the crystal was initially unearthed and they decided to build this crystal town around it, there were murmurings of a small cult of crystal worshippers, the Dwemeri fanatics, essentially, who thought that the crystal was a deity of the land and had come to be the savior of dwarves. The way that she made it sound was as if that small sect of hundreds of years ago has grown to encompass the entirety or the vast majority of Korsoth, or at least the crystal city itself, and the dwarves inhabiting therein.
So this cult is like running the show here at the crystal.
I mean, that's just this. That's the only thing you can pull from it, because talks about it like it's a big deal, and the way she prostrated herself and was praised be the Dwemeri, the crystal, guide us, teach us, leave, protect us, and etc. Whatever it is, she's went into a whole on thingy, and you heard her say that, and it shocked you a little bit, because it's like you never really thought it was a full on religion. Like, it's definitely nothing Magvaris is going to do. His God's helpful. But the crystal, apparently, from what you could see, has festered and grown as a religion down below in the city for the last few plus 100 years.
Okay. That was my religion check.
That was your religion with history. The investigation was how much?
14.
You find some interesting stuff, but most of it is historical documents, and you're not really sure what you're looking for. Do you remember?
The book for the lady.
What book was it?
So we can get the anti-magic skull thing.
Right. Do you remember what book it was?
I do not, but Webb does.
It was some kind of genealogy text, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just said some text for Farron to help stay her wedding.
It was genealogy text. Max, you already have inspiration, but I send you my brotherly love as well. Assembly, make a note that I sent Max my brotherly love. All right, yeah, so it is a genealogy of the royal families of Grenweld.
Okay.
Like just the different lines of the Grenweld country.
Cool. Okay.
The rest of you, I've got a 20. Jilsara, you are in the actual thing that Webb made with a little hut. Not the hut. What are they called?
The private sanctum.
Sanctum. You're in the sanctum that Webb made, but you rolled the highest, so that's nice of you. And what the sanctum does, as far as that goes, does it protect from everything? Like if it was an earthquake, would she feel it in there?
It's isn't it like an extra dimensional?
That's why I'm asking. It's not private sanctum. There we go. It is.
Or demiplane, I guess would be the word.
Magically secure. Much as 100 feet. When you cast, sound can't pass through. The barrier is warded. Sensors created by divination spells can't. Creatures in the area targeted by divination spells can. Nothing can teleport into or out of it. Planar travel is blocked. Okay, yeah, so Jilsara, you hear nothing. But you did roll the highest. Let's see where Calcine was at. Where were you at, Calcine? 10? 13. I thought you said teen, but it was 13.
13.
So with a 13, you definitely feel the entirety of your holding cell shake. Dust comes out of like the cracks in the wall and kind of simmers around and creates a light cloud of dust in the room that makes you even sneeze a little. A crack appears in the wall to the right of the entrance when you walk in, about a thin crack, but a crack nonetheless. And you hear screams from out in the city itself.
I will notify the others. See, this is why we have one person on the outside.
Smart.
Yeah.
Cool. So
I'll stick my head in and kind of go, guys, there's something going on yeah.
Roland is going to dramatically draw his flail.
Roll.
And as I'm turning back and I see you do that, I go, nice.
Roll athletics and roll a 1 because Webb is not here. Oh, that was so flourish, bro.
20 for a 33 total.
Bro, that was the most flail flourishing I've ever seen.
When you whip it out, do you have like a word or phrase that you say?
Ha-cha!
No, not particularly. Okay. I just get into like maybe like a 20-second routine, like if you've ever seen those videos of guys doing nunchucks, kind of.
Absolutely.
And then you look at him, point, and like move your mouth and say stuff, but your mouth moves in a different frame. You're like, so it's a fight you want, huh? You kill my father, prepare to die. No?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay, good. I appreciate that. All right, but yeah, so shit happens, everything's breaking all over the place. Evan,
does Webb hear that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Go ahead and do a perception as well for you. You're in a different area, but it matters.
20?
Yes, but it is distant to you. It is not near where you are. It's closer. Well, I mean, you can roll. You think it's closer to the noble clans district. The
Can
noble houses.
you tell me, like, I just see the quaking and so I don't hear anything. Like we don't. Like
You
once
heard
we come back out-
screams. You heard some screams in the distance that kind of got through the wall. You didn't hear an explosion or anything like that. But
It doesn't
everything
sound
shook.
like mass hysteria.
No, there were some minor screaming going on, but not continual. And when everything shook, it was kind of rumbly, but didn't sound like it wasn't a boom or anything like that.
What are the other people in the library doing?
To continue about their business for the most part. There aren't a lot. I mean, when you came in, they didn't even approach you. She didn't give you anybody. She just kind of set you off. There doesn't appear to be any particular attendants that like monitor who comes in or goes. But there's probably 15 or 20 different dwarves you've seen wandering in the pale robes with the black cords.
They don't seem concerned about the noise or anything.
They didn't even. None of them even look up at you unless you approach and touch them. They seem engrossed. And with a 20 perception, as you're looking around at them and noticing things from the world, they all look slightly sickly. Thinner than a normal dwarf. Dark circles under their eyes. Yeah, just some veins showing, like kind of thick veins showing in places on it, like in places that make like almost like varicose veins on their neck, on their hands. Huh?
Hot.
They just look different. They just don't look healthy.
Well, my grandma had deep vein thrombosis, so I understand. So
was that in the prowling jungle?
Yes. God rest her soul. Do I find the section I'm looking for this Grinweld historical dealio? I'm in like the history section of world geography.
Eventually you will. About 5 hours in, you'll end up coming to the section that you think you're looking for. That has to do with all the different continents and countries in the area, in all of you. Mm-hmm. And there's a few on Grenweld. There's easily 6 tomes about the different families of Grenweld.
Okay.
It might take you some time to figure out which one you want to take.
Yeah, I'll thumb through those, I guess, to figure out which one is the hot one.
Okay. And what are the rest of you doing now that the shit's sort of hit the fan a little bit out there, but you're not sure? Are you just waiting it out, or other?
Staying very close to the entrance of the sanctum should we need to do anything. What? Also, I'm curious if Josera is going to be able to pick the lock to this place if mass hysteria does start.
I was just going to ask, what is the door? What kind of door is it? Could it be broken down? Can we bang on it to get somebody's attention?
So it has a latch on the outside to keep you from opening it out as it pulls towards you. So like you wouldn't be able to get out unless she could unleash that hook. It's basically a board. I mean, if she sticks a decent tool through there and makes a good enough roll, she can flip the board off of it, but it might be noticeable from outside.
They're probably not noticing.
Or I could take an axe to it because you said it's wooden.
Yeah, you could also take an axe to it. Both of those methods are not quiet. The board falling...
they don't need to be quiet if there's mass hysteria and we get forgotten about.
100. Just mentioning the facts.
Not trying to do anything crazy or rouse any suspicion before it sounds like we're actually in danger.
That's probably smart for us to try and pick the lock now. And not necessarily open the door, but have it unlocked.
That's not quiet, is what he said.
Yeah, because it's like a
bar.
It's barred on the outside, so if you knock that off, it's going to fall to the floor and clatter or something.
Exactly like that.
Can we? I would like to thump the door and be like, "Hello, what's going on out there?"
McFly.
McFly. Anybody home? Make like a tree and get out of here. So nobody answers, Max, but Roland can make a perception check, though.
Okay. It's a 9.
Yeah, nobody answers, and you don't see anything special. Not with a 9 and that visor in your face. All right, so there's crack, there's dust, the dust settles, time is still going by. No one comes to see you guys. Eventually, Webb, you'll find 2 books that you think it could be either of the 6. Both have the history of different families of Grenwell, and you're pretty sure it's one of them. It's literally volume 1 and volume 2, so it might be both of them, or it could be one or the other. But you're pretty sure this is it.
Okay. I'll just kind of hang on to them. Do I see in my perusing of this beautiful library, do I see anything else that catches Webb's eye?
Most of the library isn't messed with. Like this section is pretty dusty compared to other sections in the library, where it appears most of the library aides or scholars within tend to go to as they get their different scrolls out to read, or as they're grabbing things to go copy down. They do tend to go to like 2 or 3 different sections in the library, but not this one.
Do I find anything on like a area or section on religious cults?
Not in the section you're in.
I mean, I'll walk around and look other places.
Okay, so go ahead with investigation, and I'll go back to the group, see if they have anything, or if they're still just holding tight until all hell breaks loose.
I'm gonna like peruse those perforated walls a little bit and like not really talk through the walls, but be like, gosh, I really hope the ceiling doesn't come down on us. If somebody was watching, that would be really cool if they told us what was going on.
That's funny. Hey, I noticed that there's a lot of problems out there. Could you guys let us go home? We'd like to leave now.
Really be nice not to die in here.
We're not supposed to be in here.
If the city's gonna get run down, maybe let us out. It'd be really cool if they let us out before they ran away.
You're going the wrong way. I rolled a 21.
All right, you come across 3 books in a kind of a strange section. Not super. It looks like a lot of like weird stuff, like like the super holistic healing and things like that. Like all the use herbs to heal your body, and like if you stretch left for 5 minutes and right for 2, you'll line yourself with the natural way lines of the world. The weird section. It's the weird section for the teenage girls that can't figure out what they want to do with their lives, but or boys. But the 3 books you find, though, one is called The Tome of Stone, Dwarven Rituals and Rites. There's one called The Forge's Secret, Uncovering the Mysteries of Dwarven Runes. And Mountain's Fury, The Cult of the Dwarf King's Wrath.
Boy, that sounds fun. So I have 5 books in total now.
On you, yeah. Are you trying to take all of them with you?
Yeah, I think we'll slip those into the old bag of holding.
You have one of those?
I do, yeah.
Doesn't, am I right?
And they were basically just giving them out like candy. You get a bag of holding, and you get a bag of holding. And then I will go to a secluded area. I don't know if this is an area that's secluded, but if so, then I will just cast a little dimension door and get on out of here.
Oh, dimension door to where?
That's a good question. I don't know how. I mean, I can do it up to 500 feet, so I don't know how far that gets me.
I mean, you could walk in here and get closer to the door at least to save you the space. So are you trying to go out into the city proper without an escort?
Yeah,
then?
yeah.
You're trouble. You're trouble.
Am I?
I mean, kind of. It's fine. I mean, I'm happy about it. But
okay.
All right. So you're gonna dimension door. Mark that off, and I'll put you somewhere in just a minute. And I'm gonna come back to them again while they're chilling. So, what up, chillers?
What
I'm
up?
gonna knock on the door again after a little while and see if anyone's there. Hello?
Why?
Hey. Nobody answers to your call. It actually sounds back to you like an empty chamber on the other side.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean it resounds back to you, so that's you think probably there's no one in there.
Wait, on the door?
Through the walls.
No, I said I knocked on the door.
Oh, the door to get out. I thought you were knocking on the perforated wall to talk to the people that were listening, etc.
Oh no, I've given up on that. It's been hours.
Okay. Yeah, no
Just
one
knocking on the door again.
no one answers the door either. You can roll perception though, since you're right there.
Big money. Little money.
11.
There's shadows on the other side of the door.
So there's somebody there at least.
Yeah, it looks like leg shadows of at least one, if not four legs. Or I'm sorry, two, if not four legs.
I'm going to continue with, I know you're out there. I can see you. We're getting hungry.
I can see your leg shadows.
Okay. Again, no response.
Let's just pick the lock.
Perfect.
Oh,
Roll.
there's somebody out there.
How do we know that?
Because I can see them. Look.
If you look, you can see like metal booted feet on the other side. And Jelsara, when you go down and look at under the crack, you can see there's two sets of what appear to be metal blackguard boots.
This is just their legs. Maybe the rest of them got blown off.
You could attempt to unlock it stealthily if you wanted to.
Oh, Jilsar would have just said that, and everyone would have responded, "Shut up, Jilsar." She'd sit back down.
I'm going to roll my eyes at you, and then I'm going to go into the tent and grab a couple churros because I am getting hungry.
You said metal boots?
And then I'm going to
Yes.
and I'm going to come back out with churros in my hand.
Yes. Webb's gonna get back, his whole stash will be gone through. He'll be like, "Who did it?" And Cal sees it wasn't me.
Good thing I took the chef feet.
Make some more. All right.
You guys all thought that was a waste.
So Evan, you
more
dimension
Eldritch blast damage.
you dimension door into a cave. It is badly lit, but you have the goggles of night, so that's good for you.
Yep, I sure do.
It is.
So I've landed.
Yes.
And I'm on the path back to.
No, you're in some kind of cave.
And
there, it appears to be like a older cave that is in disrepair. There's it's just not well kept. There's cracks in the floor. You can tell no one's been through here in a while. There's no prints. It's just an old abandoned looking cave.
Okay. Well, before I do anything, I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And I'm gonna activate my boots and just start kind of flying at a medium height here. And we'll head down. Or head out. I don't know, whichever direction seems the most logical for Webb.
Up or left or right? I mean, up or right.
Do I see light or anything?
No, it's pretty dark. I mean, it's badly illuminated. There do appear to be steps that way and more cave this way.
Okay, so we'll go that way.
I mean, you definitely want to go up, right? Like
that's what I would think. That's what Webb.
We're gonna go find the actual crystal.
It's a bloody hook.
So you get up here. It looks like some kind of. There's a big table. There's an old skillet on the table. Or not. It looks like a skillet, but there's definitely a body on this table that's been tortured to death. There's stairs to your right and a door to your left up top there.
There's a what to my right? Oh, more stairs. Go that way.
Okay. Let's stop with you for now for a minute. You're back outside, right, Kelsey? You went back out?
Yeah.
Another earthquake essentially rocks the mountain itself, and you definitely notice it this time. And the rumbling continues longer. The screams continue longer. The crack goes from a crack in the wall to the wall itself sliding to be at different points with a larger 2-inch crack in one spot than the rest.
Let's check for those feet. Are they still outside the door?
There's only one outside the door now.
We gonna bang again and make some more noise.
I think we got to bust out of here at this point.
Yeah.
The conditions have grown dangerous, friends, because busting out is about to happen.
Just to clarify, I would have stepped out of the sanctum by now since there's stuff going on outside.
Oh, that's good to know.
Roland is going to cast Thunderclap on the door in an attempt to knock it down. Everybody stand back.
Okay, so when he says stand back, I'm going to cast Death Ward on myself because I don't really want to get up in the cave in.
It only has a range of 5 feet.
Yeah, you can still collapse the cave though.
He's not messing around with that, you know?
Well, if the room collapses and we're inside the sanctum, we're good, right?
Correct.
All right,
I mean,
so I'm just gonna
how would we leave the sanctum?
Well, you wouldn't be able to. Well, yes, you could, but you'd be safe while you're in the sanctum.
Well, I'm gonna stand just inside the sanctum while you cast Death Ward and he does the door thing.
Fair.
I'll open it and look out from the sanctum from inside the sanctum.
Just your head sticking out.
Dane, it's a con save. I don't know if that means it hits the door automatically.
Yeah, I mean, you can hit the save. It's fine. You can hit it.
It does a pathetic 5 damage, thunder damage.
Pretty good. But you shook the door. That's what matters.
And it also created a really loud sound.
It did make a large sound.
It can be heard up to 100 feet away.
Yeah, so what happens outside that we can see under the door?
You're asking me what happens outside that you can see under the door?
I'm asking what I can see with boots under the door.
The second set of boots did not move.
All right, I think let's just break out of here. I mean,
yeah, this is stupid. My axe is about to hit the door.
Does anyone have a crowbar, or are we just literally going to chop the door to pieces?
I've got an axe. Who needs a crowbar? Finesse? What's that?
Always Calcine's answer.
Right.
I have an axe. It's the perfect tool in any situation.
Why wouldn't we just pick the lock and then break it
Far
down?
superior to
You totally
a
can, Mac.
crowbar.
Let's just do that.
I'm gonna start swinging.
She's going to try and pick the door, it sounds like, first. Before you
I
get
don't
your axe.
know.
Unless, well, I mean, maybe not first. You guys can fight about that.
Roll it. I'll be duck and swing.
Okay, what'd you get?
15.
15.
Wait, does reliable talent count here?
Correct. So she rolled a 19.
Oh, 19. Oh, yeah. I mean, you get the thing off. Are you going to try and do it stealthily?
Thanks, Mac.
No. If the guy looks at us when we open the door, we go, you're ignoring us.
Roland is shouting, "We're opening the door."
Have your axe ready. We're good.
Okay.
Oh, it's ready. I
It's
am
always
within
ready.
10 feet of the door.
The bow is ready.
Roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Evan, as the web is traveling, he comes to what appears to be an old table with a piece of a glass mirror on it. There's a couple of dead, what appear to be thin, smaller humans, maybe elves. Bones on the ground there. There's a crate and another pair of doors up top there, and there's stairs going down and a hallway going right.
Definitely not dwarves, though, right? Those skeletons.
Even the body that was on the table back there was longer and much lither,
Okay.
skinny than a dwarf.
Other.
FYI, I used my inspiration to reroll initiative.
There's a ladder down to your right and another set of doors to your left.
I'm just gonna keep going down the hallway.
About that. Archways, you get to there. And okay, so you guys all rolled initiative. The door swings open, and on the other side of this door is this armor that is just a big black, like dwarven armor. You can't see the dwarf at all. He's standing right there, blocking the way out. Jasara, he's you're like crouched down where you just picked the lock, and he's standing with his weapon in front of him.
His back is to me?
No, not now that the door swung open.
All right. Well, Josara would sweep Duff back behind Kelsey with her big and mighty axe. And then she would be able to actually shoot someone from there. So we're going to duck
We're
back
just
for a
going to do
second.
this.
What?
Well, I'm not going to shoot yet.
Hair trigger.
I mean, I could try to paralyze him or something.
I guess I thought we were just gonna open the door and be like, yo, you're not fucking answering us. We're hearing screaming and the wall's getting ready to come down.
Yeah, he hasn't attacked us yet, so
Yeah,
He
he's
has
got
not
his weapon
attacked.
out.
He does.
Right.
He's had his weapon out the whole time. They march and like patrol with it. He's got it readied before him, but he's not attacked.
Yeah, so Josara would still duck back. Doesn't make any sense for her to stand right there. Shoot at the doorway to take the lock, and then get out of the way.
Okay,
I wasn't a strong one.
I wasn't gonna do this.
If you don't want to attack right now, you can ready the action to attack when he decides
Yeah,
he's
if you don't
gonna
attack
not
right now,
listen.
you have to do your assassination.
That's okay. Yeah, I agree. I'm just gonna duck back behind. I don't think it necessarily makes sense to shoot the guy in the face.
It's coming from an assassin.
Well, I've killed a lot of people very quickly. We're just gonna take a step back. Let the queen of the axe go for it.
Queen of the Axe, go for it. I like that.
You're
Okay.
looking for that acceptance letter to show back up, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
I'm trying to find a different map. I don't like the ones I have. I had a couple I picked up, but they didn't have enough. They didn't have enough pump for them.
Huh?
Like they weren't clear enough.
What are you talking about?
The pictures I have for maps.
Oh,
We'll just use this. It's not what it looks like, but here. So this is not it by any means, but I will.
I'm gonna go sit in the throne.
That's not there. Let me help you. There you go.
Place of the elves.
There you go.
You guys are like, this is. That's where Jilsara is. That's where this dude is.
I don't know. What I've learned from this game is if they have a health bar, I'm probably supposed to shoot them.
We have health bars.
Other than us.
You guys kill all
We've
the
had allies in
dwarves.
the past.
Okay, so he's standing there before you, barring the path out. He doesn't say anything. He just stands looking at you blankly. Weapon like before him in attention.
I'm just gonna wave to him. It's like, hey, buddy, how's it going? We were just kind of wondering what's going on, and you weren't answering us, so we decided to let ourselves out. I hope that's not a problem.
He stands still and grips his weapon.
Does anybody speak Dwarvish?
I'm
I do.
sure that there's not a dwarf in there, but
I speak Dwarvish.
Yeah, let's let Roland do his thing.
Evan, you rolled 2, right? Since we're kicking back and forth, let's go ahead and have you roll your initiative too, bud.
Okay, great.
Well, that track.
7. Yeah, baby.
All right, Roland, what do you say?
Roland is going to cast the command spell, and he's going to say drop.
Is that a charm?
It's
a charm.
It's an enchantment.
Which is a charm, right?
Yeah. I don't think it counts as being charmed.
You sure?
Yeah, it's just a single action really that they take.
It doesn't.
So
it
not
doesn't.
really
Yeah,
charmed.
it doesn't say the creature becomes charmed or anything like that. It has no effect if the target is undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it. And I'm just going to say drop in Dwarvish, meaning like drop your weapon.
Mm.
And it looks like he failed. So on his turn, he has to drop his weapon and then immediately end his turn.
I was just looking at command, trying to figure out if I like it for that. It's an enchantment. Okay. Yeah, he'll drop it on his turn. Maybe. Calcine?
Readying an action to defend our honor should he attack.
Looking around for your chastity belt. All right. Blackguard drops his weapon to the ground and stands there stock still. All right, Webb, you're in the blue light cavern here, the blue light tunnels. Now what?
Blue light district. Let me go back to that map. There's stairs to my left there. Do those go down or up?
Down.
Mm.
Stairs up or go left.
We're going up, baby.
Okay. And it cuts to the left. I assume you're going to go that way.
Yep.
You cross, or you look across. You see what appears to be magically charged something sticking out of the wall, shooting electricity across. And past that, though, you see a mounted, slain giant skull of a dragon, and stairs going to a door. Past that, but there's a electrical current cascading in purple energies across the hall before you to get to that.
Okay. Do I see like any levers or buttons or pressure plates or?
It's all pretty dusty, and you are flying about 10 feet off the ground, but feel free to roll a perception check.
Sounds real.
It's real.
25.
Pretty good. You don't see any obvious way to make it so.
With a 25? That's insane.
Well, it would have to be a way to do it. Otherwise, it probably would have already been done.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, well, I guess we'll go back down here to this.
What size?
You can cut back to this if you need to.
Oh, whatever, that's fine. You're going to head that way. So you're not going to try and get through there? You might be able to jump through. You're small.
No, I'm okay.
You can just keep moving yourself through, and I'll keep opening it up, because like time's going to go by different.
Okay.
And if I need to say something or if you have a question, just chime in. Back to the top. Jill, Sara. Any
Wait,
held actions need used.
Hold on. Did Kelsine pick up the weapon when he dropped it?
No, was I supposed to?
Well, I don't know. It would have been a cool thing to do.
I guess I didn't think about it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's Jelsara's turn now.
We're gonna shoot this guy or what?
Pick up his weapon.
A horse. Let's see if you can. Alright. So we freeze him too. Just drop his weapon.
He's not frozen.
He just lost a turn because I commanded him, basically.
So if I go run up and grab his weapon, he could attack me.
He's not holding a weapon to attack you with.
Technically.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he could punch you.
That's not really going to do that much damage to you.
It's fine. I can also do it on my turn. I don't care.
And there's nothing else for me to do other than stand here and point my bow at him. An arrow. Yeah, that's fine. Just start and go grab it. She's quick. Got one leg. Sorry.
I'm sorry. So you're grabbing the weapon? I don't know why. I don't know what echoing makes my head spin. I can't ever understand you. You say you're gonna go grab the weapon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and get it out of this way so he can't use it.
Yeah. Let's go for athletics. Play skill day.
Well, acrobatic. Well, we're roll left.
It was a 2, right? It's pretty good.
Yeah, but you still get that. The smallest you can roll is a 10, so it's a 16.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Talent.
So you pick up his big ass bloody axe right off the ground.
Cartwheel away.
Ooh, that's acrobatics.
Yeah, it is. Which is a 24, 27.
It's pretty good. So you tumble back, and you have his big ass axe. He does not attack you, or he doesn't even really move. He just stands there. I put his comments in the chat box too. I'll do it again.
All right. At this point, I say we just try to walk past him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You first, Magnars.
Yeah.
All right, my guy. I'll see you later. We're gonna go ahead and just see ourselves out.
Yeah, he doesn't make a move to stop you. And then once you get to the other side of this like part of the cave or part of the tunnel system or whatnot, it opens up below you. You see the expanse of the city splays out before you with the different tiered sections and the different tunnels offshooting from it with the different buildings cut into stone, and you can see the crystal, 1,000+ feet ahead of you in the center of the city, pulsating with a dull purple light. It was not pulsating before.
Oh.
Hmm.
We just ask him if he's okay.
He's not responding.
All right. Do I see? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Looks like.
Do I see like an obvious path to get down or deeper into the city?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they have a series of different carts and pulley system ways to get up and down from different heights. You can take there's a whole rail system in different sections. There's pulleys that you can go up and down on the like a hand system where you do it yourself. There's probably some other ways as well, but none that are apparent here besides walking or climbing or taking one of the pulley systems down.
Do we know which way the library is? Like, wouldn't we be trying to find web?
Well, when I described it in the giant newer and shiny erected building around the crystal itself housed not only the priests of the crystal and the wizards of the crystal and whatnot, but also the library itself.
All right, so I propose we start heading towards the library.
I propose we all stay in very close proximity to Jelsara, so that should anything happen, we can GTFO, because we're gonna get overwhelmed in here.
Hell yeah.
And Webb can Webb doesn't know teleport, but he knows
He
teleportation.
has the teleportation circle back to Farron.
Facts.
So if he figures out we're gone, if we get back to wherever and can send him a message, he can just use the teleportation circle.
I mean, real talk, you guys, I mean, you could always message back and forth if you have the spell message.
I do not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Rigby, why?
We should invest in some sending stones.
Yeah, that's probably the
like
next big purchase.
Couple of sending stones. Okay, so you guys are standing on the essentially the edge, looking out over this massive dwarven city, and you notice after looking for a while, trying to figure out which way to go, where to go, how to get there, etc., that there's smoke coming from the upper left-hand quadrant, and you can see open combat going on in that direction as well.
Can we tell who's fighting?
It appears there's easily 30 of the Blackguard fighting another 30 of the Blackguard.
Oh, good. The king died.
So we're in the middle of a dwarven revolution.
Maybe.
We should go to the library quick.
Yeah, let's get moving, you guys.
So you can see the entrance to the library from here. The pillars that are stand on the side of it. As you were traveling and walking, I believe Webb struck up conversation about things and figured out where it was while you were walking. So you would have overheard that giant white structure is the library itself. I know Cam's been wanting to teleport a whole bunch, and it's a long walk, so I didn't know if that was like a good time or not.
Oh, well, I don't know. We might want to. How many charges do you have of that?
I guess
Pretty sure it's 3.
my concern with teleporting there is what if he's on his way back?
Oh, and we might like bump into him on our way there.
Yeah.
You also might not have. I mean, he might have went a different way, or you don't know which way he went. So
We don't know that, but our best course of action would just be to try to get there on foot, right? Because, like, what if he's on his way back?
sure, I just work here. I mean, I'm asking you. So.
I mean, we're split up right now, and it seems dangerous for us to just teleport in and go, well, he could have gone anywhere. He might be on his way back. And then what do? We teleport back to where we started, and then we're just in a terrible loop.
It's just Webb.
Yeah,
Nobody
because
really
I think
cares.
that was the plan. If he couldn't find what we needed in the library, then he was just going to come back to us, and we were going to figure out another plan. We were going to teleport to the library. So since
Right.
we can't do that right now, we would probably just walk towards the library, assuming he's on his way back if he couldn't find anything.
Okay. So you guys very conspicuously walk towards the library. Got it. Okay, cool. That sounds great. I love it. You guys won't go very far, until the sounds of combat and the screams of people strike your ears. The Blackguard is locked in combat up there. You don't even see dwarves currently. You just see these two different waves of Blackguard pounding against each other in a particular hallway. We just lost you, Max.
Yeah, my computer crashed. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. Let's make sure. But you do hear, the sounds of the battle. You hear screams, and there is smoke coming. As you get to the first pulley system to go down a level, you will find it abandoned. There is no one on it. It is about halfway down. You could pull it up using the chain to get on it, and then you'll have to work it yourself.
Okay.
Which is 2 strength checks.
Okay.
Assuming you can figure out how to use a pulley. Oh. It's a long drop. Okay. It was not as easy as you thought it was going to be. I think I think Magvarus weighs a lot with that adamantine armor, but you guys do eventually get down to the next tier. This tier of the Dwarven City is much more alive with activity. There's people running left and right. Dwarves, I should say, running left and right. Some of which take very wide berth of you, and some that don't even notice you. Roll perception checks for everybody that's outside, and then I'm going to cut over to Webb real quick while you guys are doing that. Webb, you get to another room with a large pool in it. There is a headless skeleton of a young dragon in there. There are stone statues of dragons' heads coming from the different corners. The water is very still and very clear. There appear to be stone structures and other sets of bones beneath the dragon itself as well. Oh, no, it has a head. It has a small head. Sorry.
Yeah, I will fly over the area here.
You don't want to walk through it?
No, I'm okay there.
Okay, and then once you get to this hall, you'll see there's a ladder down, and then you're back where you started, kind of.
I've been here before. Guess we'll go float down. Because we'll all float on.
All float down, yeah, Johnny. And it looks to be some sort of older storeroom. Pair of archways there, 2 different halls, and it comes to another hallway down there.
This whole time I'm looking for any type of lever or button that might get rid of that electricity.
Gotcha. Opening it up for you. Does that help?
Anything particular with this dragon head?
It appears to be a different kind of dragon than the other ones.
Okay. Nothing crazy. You said, I think, like up here there was a door.
Jesus. There wasn't a door, but there's a hall. It comes up to another wall. You can't see the secret part there.
Right. Secrets.
Good job, right? I win. Yep, and then there's a stairway to your right.
Good enough. This whole time, Webb's thinking, man, I wish I would have given them one of my sending stones.
But you have sending stones?
Of course he does. He got everything he doesn't need. This looks to be an old like great hall or dining hall. Chandelier above with old burnt out candles on it. And then this table itself looks to have been crushed by something heavy, maybe rocks or something from the cave system falling in on it.
Okay.
You are on the other side of it.
Oh, wow. We did it. Woo-wee.
Yep, and there is a tunnel there is a cave right here that goes into there, and then there appears to be like a very small throne room of some sort.
Any carvings, markings, nameplate?
Pretty straightforward. It's stone. It doesn't look to have been used in a long time. There's some kind of large creature's skin pulled tight across the ground when you walk in. It appears to have fur.
Okay. Anything worth investigating in this room?
I mean, that's up to you. I mean, there's a giant fur like rug underneath you. There's an end table there that has nothing on it, and a throne that has nothing on it. And there's an empty case there, empty chest there. It appears like this place has been ransacked. It may be. There is a 2-handed bastard sword sticking through that giant skull of that dragon back there.
Yeah,
might be a little big for you.
That doesn't interest Webb. And I don't see the S area.
No, I mean, that's all. See, it's secret.
Right, got it.
I just can't control my fog of war, apparently. So
I'm with you. Okay, so I feel like have I been everywhere in here? Well, maybe not like here, I guess. As Webb's like bopping through, he's going to cast Sending and tell Calcine it's Webb. Just wanted to let you know I'm safe, and I'm in some sort of weird cave, dragon cave, maybe like an old cult. Sound like earthquake or something outside.
Can they send back to you?
They can, up to 25 words.
Okay, count them.
All right. Calcine's gonna kind of stop and look at everybody else.
Confused. What? Web?
And say, should we all just go back to Grenwell? And that's in response to you guys and asking them.
Okay.
Can you respond again, or is it just once and once?
No, I have to cast it again. So I'll cast it again and say, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I got the books, by the way.
So
right.
Are you going to go back to Grenwald right now then, Webb?
Well, I'm still exploring this cave, unless I've explored it all. I don't know if I have.
Well, there's a cave that goes down farther.
Yeah, I'll go down.
Okay, we'll come back to that. The rest of you, now you've got your messages. You can send back to him again. I think because he's casting it again, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what did you say on your send, Evan? You said, yeah, let's go back, or what?
I said, yeah, let's go back. I have the books necessary.
I'm gonna look at the rest of them and go, well, Webb's got the books, so I guess we can just go back. Jolsara?
Go. Sounds good to me.
Oh wait, I was supposed to send back. Said, okay, see you there, buddy.
Are you guys leaving?
We're gonna take Jolsara's helmet home.
Everyone, climb on my helmet.
Now, the teleportation circle takes some time to cast, doesn't it?
A little bit.
I think it takes a minute.
Oh, it's just a minute.
Sounds right.
It's a 10 rounds, uninterrupted. I'm sure that's possible by yourself.
Sure.
Did the rest of you already? I mean, Jill, sorry you haven't said that you teleported you guys out of there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
So
I
let's
just
go.
looked at you and go, he's got the books. We should just go home. He said he's good.
Let's try to teleport. I just need to roll a dice after the dice.
Now, if you teleport to a teleportation circle, then you get 100% to roll anything.
Well, yeah, Webb does, but she's just teleporting. The circle doesn't work in cahoots with the helmet.
It does. If you
Yeah,
teleport,
teleportation
that's on
circle's
the table.
part of that.
I don't have the fucking text. So okay, all right.
Basically,
I guess we'll just meet him at the lady's house, right?
Did she have a teleportation circle there?
Yeah, that's where Webb's scroll is gonna take him to.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
so do you want me to roll a dice? Since this shows that a number was rolled.
Yeah, I can't see what the numbers are. Megan's gonna have to do it, but yeah, that sounds great. But a teleportation circle, it sounds like they're saying that's 100% no matter what you're
Yeah,
doing.
it is.
And you've been there.
Yeah, I have to roll between 0 and 100. Those numbers will hit. So, do you want me to roll the dice? Or
Do it.
Yeah,
Actually,
roll
the
it.
GM rolls that.
Yeah, but I can't see what it is. It's 63.
We made it.
we made it.
Yay!
So you could say anything.
It literally says 1 through 100 made it.
I'm kidding.
On target.
Can't roll double zero.
I like
Birthdays.
that I said, hey, he's got the books. We can just go. And you guys didn't question me at all.
You're just like,
Everybody was just like, yeah, bet, let's go.
sounds right.
Has a
Well,
bone to
we
pick
just
with
go
Webb,
there.
leaves him in the ancient catacombs by himself. I'm taking the rest of these churros for me.
I just stopped in my tracks, talked to myself for a minute, and was like, let's bounce.
Found his secret recipe.
I love that you guys just left Webb to do his own thing. Into that actually big time.
He
Okay,
told
Webb.
us to.
So
All right. Down we go.
yeah, we'll get back to them in a second. You're the important one now. For 10 minutes. Take your moment in time and fame and run with it.
before I roll a new character.
Quite possibly. And then they still have to come get the book.
Right?
Yeah,
Which
The
I'm a
quest
big
it won't
continues.
matter by then.
all right, so you go down there and roll a dex save.
Mm-mm. $14.
Perfect. You needed a 15. You slide down some loose rock at the bottom of the stairs, and
You
you
have
fall.
inspiration.
How do I slide when I'm flying?
The air is very slippery. I'm just kidding. You're flying along, and you come to the end of the stairs there, and you see below you about a 30-foot drop, which means you're 40 feet in the air. There is a room with what appear to be mirrors shining purplish light into the center of this room. In the center of the room, there is a faded, multicolored stone pattern on the ground that the light shines upon dully.
Very exciting.
You're
Drop something into the pit. Do it.
you're above it. There don't appear to be any exits from that room itself currently. And it's literally a fall off, as if the stairs that were above where you are and the roof of this bottom room and whatever else just fell away. Or deteriorated or crumbled, and the ground below does look dust and rubble covered a bit, as if the ceiling maybe collapsed down into there.
Weird. And the only exit is like up where I'm at.
Well, you haven't found an exit at all at this point. You're directly above this circle, floating 40 feet above the room right now.
Well, what's above me?
The ceiling.
How did I get to this? I got transported to this room?
No. You were flying along the stairs down.
Mm-hmm.
The stairs gave way, and it was just open air, and below you was this room.
Okay, so I could go backwards, and I'm back in the.
Yes, and you're back in the blue rooms. Yep.
Got it. I want to throw a copper piece down there.
Okay.
Bloop. Or ching ching.
Did you remove it?
I didn't really want to. I'm pretty poor, but
you're not at all.
Well, we're counting coppers here.
We're counting coppers. It's important.
All right. I got
he did it. I was watching. I know how you like it. Oh yeah, it hits the ground with no problem.
Nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
All right. Well, Webb says, not my mirror, not my problem, and he's going to back right out of there.
Okay, back to the blue room.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're at the base of those stairs.
Okay. And, we'll go, I guess, to this little storage room here, and we'll do my teleportation circle there.
Where are you? Which one? Let me throw you on here so you can drag yourself. Because you were right here.
Got it. Sorry, right there.
Okay.
In the little ladder room.
Okay. And you're going to draw your circle right in here?
Yeah.
Okay. You draw it away, and you get away successfully. Roll perception before you leave.
$17.
You hear a specific trumpet sound and the thumping of a specific bass of some drums as well.
Oh, wow.
I'll let you think on the music, and I'll be able to tell you more about that later as you think on it.
Okay.
Will matter at some point, but it doesn't. You hear it, and it sounds slightly familiar, but it gives you a sick pit in your stomach. Cool?
Could have been a churro I ate.
Could have been a churro. You gotta watch out for those. 100. Okay. So I really am happy you guys are back in, good old Grenwell. That's always fun. So let's do that. Oh, big old map. You guys show back up in Farron's place. The place is just as nice as it was the last time you guys were there. She is sitting there with her legs crossed, wearing all black, looking just as ordinarily gothic as possible, as per normal. The four of you show up first, encumbered with the books. About 10 minutes goes by, and then Webb appears in the circle as well. She's sitting before you with a flat stare, waiting patiently.
How much is she paying us again? Because this shit was not easy.
You got paid for some of your stuff.
Hey guys.
So, you don't know that?
Was it like a super rare thing that she had? I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, when we land first, I'm just gonna look at her and go, "Hey, Webb will be here any minute."
Is anybody going to introduce me? Because I don't actually know this woman.
No.
Yeah, did she ask about him?
I mean, she doesn't say much. She's waiting patiently. You guys show up. She kind of notices you, says, "So, where's my book?"
I just told her Webb will be around shortly. He said he had it. I don't know. There's some shit going down in the crystal, and he had the scroll. He said he had the books, so we bounced.
Perfect. And how was getting into the crystal? As I said, it's very hard for me to get there, and I appreciate you picking up this mantle.
Wasn't easy. We
an
managed.
Hey, what?
What'd you say, Max?
I said it was an ordeal.
I don't know
It was
you.
an ordeal.
I don't recognize you, Knight. But I assume that you've been vetted by Calcine, or you wouldn't be here.
Oh, this is Roland.
I'm a fully fledged member of the Black Star as well, and
why is your star gray?
Roland's. It's just a little bit faded. I spilled some milk on it earlier.
Black Stars in the shop.
This Black Star's in the shop. This is a loner.
Yeah, we seem to have lost touch with Rigby, and we needed some extra manpower in the group. So Roland here is on his first mission as a probie in the Black Star group.
Interesting. Well, I mean, can't keep the ranks full if you're not adding to them. Very well. Roll deception, Roland, just because you're a lying ass. You didn't even drink any milk recently.
Hey. Come on.
21.
Oof. She believes you. All right. The time goes by. Webb shows up. He's there. She stands when he appears. Roll insight.
All of us, or just Webb?
All of you, now that he's there. Roland,
16, 16.
Roland, you know
25.
her the least, but there's some sort of agitated excitement about her. As she is getting closer to the idea of having these books, you can tell she is 100% about it. She is focusing on Webb. She's zeroed in on him. She takes a couple steps forward, shaking. She's like, "Do you have them? Am I saved?"
Yeah. I got. Boy, we had to go through a lot to get these things. Holy cow! Have you ever been to the crystal?
He's got a beard that for the ages.
Oh yeah,
I do.
I wasn't aware dwarves could grow, half the halflings could grow beards that thick so fast, but that's not something she's focusing on. She's definitely like, "Please, the book. Do you have it?"
Yeah, I sure do. And I'll pull out the book and I'll give her volume 1.
Okay. She takes it. holds it to herself. She flips it open and starts looking through it. Finds a page, stops, runs her finger along it, taps it briefly, shuts it, looks at you and says, "Where's the rest?"
Well, this is all I saw.
Deception.
What is this lady? She's a human.
She does appear to be a pretty pale human.
Good witch or a bad witch?
28 deception.
She believes you that you only have the one book. She looks decidedly crestfallen as she takes the book and scowls slightly and says, "A deal is a deal." She slaps a key into Calcine's hand. "Take this key and go to the Ferric Foundry."
Ferric Foundry?
Wait a minute. Wait. She's giving us a key. We were promised loot, not another side quest. Like, it's like we'll take the book back until we get our actual rewards. Then, right?
Sheriar is my contact here at the Ferric Foundry. He holds a chest for me, for you. This key unlocks the chest. All you have to do is go get your prize.
It's like a safety deposit box kind. I've been prepared.
Out of character, why are we not giving her the second book?
Because Webb's shady.
Yeah, I don't feel like giving it to her.
Okay. Can you get more of her later?
Yeah, real talk. Webb's just chilling. He's like, "No, this one's mine."
Roland's gonna keep his mouth shut. He's not gonna say anything.
Roland doesn't know there's two books.
Roland doesn't know there's two.
Yeah.
None of you were there.
Yes,
no one. With a 28, you all think he gave her everything he came across.
He deceived everyone.
You don't know what I had to do for this one book.
What's the guy's name?
His name is on the tab that's shareable on the Ferric Foundry. It's Shiar.
What?
Yeah.
Sheriar.
Yeah, Shiar. Dwarven.
Oh yeah, I see it.
He goes by Yar for short. For you humans and the like, can't speak good Dwarven. But he'll be like, he's where she sends. He says, "Take this key and he will give you your prize. I have work to do. Is there anything else?" She seems still somewhat entranced with this book in front of her, if a little dissuaded as well.
Is this gonna get you out of your wedding that you needed to get out of?
What? Yeah. Oh, yes. Of course. I think so. Hopefully. I don't know that this is all of it. It appears to be missing some sections, but I will compare it to what I've already discovered here, and hopefully that will be enough.
What's missing?
Sections, the entire alphabet after the dwarven letter Och.
Yeah, but why is that important?
Well, as genealogy goes, it spans across many names and many families and their relations and whatnot. And if some of the relations aren't there, the royalty of one line versus another might be in question. Whereas I don't have a full picture of these lines with what I have, but I'm hoping with what I have elsewhere, I can put it together and come to the right conclusions that will save me, as you say.
Is she a human or an elf?
Yes. She's very pale, very skinny. Her ears are slightly pointed, but not quite elven pointed. She has more human-like qualities.
Half elf,
possibly.
I'm just gonna kind of look at her, kind of cockeyed, and tell her I know about the whole throne between both of them, right? Like the elves and the dwarves.
You know what now?
Don't I know about the elven, like the issues with the elven throne and the dwarven throne?
It's the party does have a fair understanding that there is some sort of dispute between both the elven throne of Yundel and the Corsothian dwarven throne as well.
Yeah, I got all that info
gonna,
when we were in that.
In an effort to gauge her reaction, kind of throw out there that, part of the issue that we had while we were there was that the guards seemed to be fighting each other. It seemed like there was some sort of issue with the dwarven king maybe dying soon. Like, that might be happening now. Was that?
Unimportant to
Okay.
me.
She doesn't give a shit. Okay.
No offense, half dwarf. She looks at Evan or Webb, but dwarves have never really been my flavor. I don't really care for them.
Well, it's an acquired taste, that's for sure.
But if that is all, I have some studying to do. I really wish this was more conclusive already, but what's a few more hours worth of work, or a few days maybe? And she bites her lip and looks down at the book and sits back down in her chair, opens it, looks at a different section, runs her finger along, gets upset, shuts it, opens it again, puts her hand in her head in her hand, and looks down at it, brow furrowed. An air of displeasure kind of irradiates off of her as she sits and continually flips to different sections and
Do we
sighs.
need to like do anything else
No,
for you? I know
it's
you're
like-
gonna pay us already, but like, I'd hate to feel like we left the job unfinished.
yes, well,
Like, we got an assassin right here if we need to take care of anything.
my soon-to-be husband is far too powerful to be assassinated. She says, kind of
Well,
arrogantly and
You say
airily.
that until they get assassinated.
I would never consider asking Black Star, such a noble band of adventurers, to stoop to the level of outright murder when I have a legal and just way to get to the cause here.
Yeah, I think you got everything you need right in that book.
Roll deception again.
Yes.
Speak out of turn. Say something else. That one. I don't get ones.
28.
That's the same.
Yeah,
You're a liar.
I know when I'm feeling a little down, I like to reach for some of that sweet cinnamon sugar goodness. So here you go. Here's a
I
churro.
can't believe your pants are on fire, Webb.
She slaps it away disgustedly. She says, "Ugh, I would never put such vile substance in my heavenly body. Now, please leave me. I have to look through this infernal tome."
All right. Well, she wasn't really that important to me. I offered my help, and she's really rude, so I'm good. I'm.
I
like,
honestly,
okay, bye.
out of character, don't remember her at all.
This had to do with, like, you guys met her right around the time that Von Taran, the owner of the Rib Tickler, was hanging out with you guys, and then somebody got murdered, and then he disappeared into a room, and then, like, shortly later you ran into her at the Rib Tickler.
Yeah,
She was one of the reasons you probably don't remember her is she was super into Rigby for some reason.
Okay.
And like basically paid all of her attention just to Rigby.
Sounds right.
Right, and then Rigby quit, and and we got rolling. So the entire last 4 months of games up, because the only one that had anything that could have done anything nice for anybody was Roland, the gnome, who actually could walk around there as one of
Rigby.
the small Denzians of the Underdark. You know.
No, it's fine. She's
no
really rude. We're gonna go collect our payment. We're getting like some sort of sigil out of this, aren't we, Max?
A skull of anti-magic.
Oh yeah, anti-magic for sure.
Yeah, that shit is fucking dope.
All right,
Well,
everybody leaving?
I just remember hating her because she invited us over to her place and then didn't answer the door when we arrived.
Yeah, you didn't like her.
the Magvarus
was
didn't
pissed.
ever.
That's
I was pissed about
that's
that.
familiar. I remember Magvarus being very, very unhappy about
I remember Tim hating every NPC I've come up with ever since the dawn of NPCs. It's like, they don't say shit. This guy's got way too much knowledge, but not about anything we care about. You know, like, okay, I'm sorry, Tim. You're DMing next. That would be good for me, actually. I'd love that. Mac, I saw Mac's
you'd be
mouth move, and I
disaster.
feel like she's offering. She's got her own book.
She bought a book. She gets to DM now.
Yeah,
Your turn.
That's the
It would be
rules.
the worst game ever.
No, I run that once a month on a Saturday.
Rocks fall, you all dead. That's how Wednesday almost went. I had rocks falling; they were all almost dead. Okay, so you guys are back, and are you going to go straight to this this dwarf, another dwarf?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Sounds good. You guys head over there. I'm just going to speed through it a little bit. So head over there. He appears to be the head shipwright around this area. He is also a pretty well-known dude, has his own storefront. You go there, you find him. He is a younger dwarf, appears to be a hill dwarf based on his suntan, and he is happy to give you a cubic foot box, like a iron box, a black iron box. It has sigils all over it, and there is a large keyhole right on the front.
Okay.
I'm gonna open it because she handed me the key, right?
Right, absolutely. Final answer.
I don't know. I mean,
are you opening it right here, like right next to the dwarf that just gave it to you, or like you gonna take it back to?
Oh
like...
no, I guess we can like take it off to the side.
I just giving you a chance. Just I didn't know like what the plan was. I just wanted to hear exactly.
Where are we at?
Currently, you're right by the Killick Fair, the largest building there.
Like, are we in a building?
It's more like a market at the fair. I'm sorry, the Ferric Foundry is what I meant. See that large building right there?
Let's go back to let's take it back to the jerky shop.
Okay, he was in here.
There's in the basement, like where I buried the shards. We can go open it down there in case we need to bury this too.
Where is your guys' shop at? Did we mark it?
Yeah, it's between the Shivery and Flatback.
There it is. Yep, I see it. Okay, that's the Barbarian Bacon joint. Okay, Junior's running it. Got 9 goblins. Basement is stone. Cool. So you guys go back to the Barbarian Bacon shop.
How's our buddy doing? The guy that's like in charge of the goblins now.
Junior has a mustache. You guys have been gone just long enough for his mustache to kick in. His voice is now crackly. It's popping. It's like way a little bit deeper at times. He's gained a little weight in the tummy from having all this bacon and stuff. But all of the goblins are in uniforms. A couple of them have their shirts on backwards, but they're all wearing the same basic stuff. A couple of rips here and there, some scuffs and whatnot. Sure. But there's only 8 goblins now instead of 9. You don't remember which one's gone, but you notice that there's one less.
But Marvin's still there, so that's what matters.
Marvin is still there. Marvin Junior is still there.
Looking good.
Junior is the human, yeah.
Yeah. I'm liking the stash, bro.
Ah, yes, my greatest accomplishment. And he nods and runs his little fingers over his greasy little fake stash.
Offer him some beard oil.
Well, I was getting ready to say, now you're going to need some of this. And I throw him the bottle of
I forgot you had the Slappy beard oil.
Beard oil.
Uncle Slappy's beard oil. That's fucking right. I forgot you got that.
He's going to need it. He's a man now.
He is that.
I'm going to walk in and uncharacteristically be very excited. They look so cute. I didn't know goblins could be. You got them in uniform.
Oh no, you're gassing them up, trying to get them to stay in uniform.
No, it's exciting. Last time we came back, everything was in filth, and now they're all in uniform. This is working out well, Junior.
I told you. This is the right kid man for the job.
He blushes and takes a dollop of Uncle Slappy's beard oil ointment and slaps it in there.
Way too much.
A nice dollop of it. Smears it on each side. And luckily, he had grown just enough to be a bit of a stash, but now he's pushed it over to swoop real nice. Nice. But it basically just looks like somebody took a black grease pen and drew on his face because that's how bad it is. But anyway, so now you guys are there. You guys go in the basement.
Yeah, Junior, we got some business we got to finish taking care of really quick, and then we're gonna come back up and we're gonna chit chat about this because this is great. I'm very excited.
Perfect. So I'm gonna just drop everybody on the map, and you guys can tell me who's where, what, and why. So that's 4 of you. Who am I missing?
Me.
Roland, there he is. So the building, I'm going to say, downstairs you've got that much room. Position yourselves. And you don't have to all be in there. I don't know what you're all doing. I'm just figuring it out. What you guys want to do.
Roland
You
wants to
said-
see what the deal is, so he'll
You
be
said
there.
the chest was what?
It's a cubic foot of black wrought iron. There are strange sigils and writing all around the outside of it, and there's a single keyhole.
This seems like a good time to have a divination wizard in the party.
Great time.
Seems like a good time for somebody to be able to read magic.
I mean, I can identify.
Okay.
Or detect magic. I don't know.
I stick the key in and then kind of look at it and go, does anybody
I
know
saw
what this
that
stuff
board up.
says?
Joltar would ask if this is another one of, say, puzzles. Evil puzzles.
Yeah. Maybe.
I'm not looking at it unless you specifically hand it to me.
Yeah, I just like stick the key in the hole and like stop and look around, like kind of look at the chest, and my head kind of turns a little bit and goes, you guys know what this says?
Does it seem to be any particular language? That was a question for Dane.
Oh, it's arcane writing.
Arcana is tied for my worst skills, so.
Oh, I'm really good at Arcana. Would you like me to roll Arcana?
Yes.
Okay. 26.
You're pretty sure there's some sort of ward. You've seen things similar, never just like this, but they're definitely warding something. They do look like some kinds of enchantments have been cast on this metal thing.
It's some sort of ward and enchantment.
I've got Dispel Magic.
You're gonna cast a spell magic on it?
No, I'm just offering that. I'm just saying I could if people think that's a good idea.
I don't know about. Okay, wait. I have. So when he says it's some sort of ward, whatever, blah blah blah, I can use my magic awareness. And then I just kind of know like what it is. Not necessarily like I can, if it's a spell or something, a magic, I can like sense which school it belongs to.
Yeah, it's an enchantment school.
I can do that 4 times.
And then I'm sorry, did anybody do read magic on it or anything like that or no?
I just did the Arcana check.
You can cast read magic, I think, as a ritual.
What is read magic? Is that detect magic?
No.
I think that would be identify or.
Yeah, I could do identify.
Oh, okay, do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Did that have read magic in 5th edition? They just got rid of it.
No, I don't think that's a spell in 5th edition.
Oh, stupid! It was a spell since the dawn of Dungeons and Dragons, Gygax's era, and here we are. Got rid of everything. Good. I'm just kidding. But I guess it makes sense if you have like Arcana and you have Identify. Like I guess you don't need read magic, but
right.
Okay, so you go for it. Let's see. You did Arcana, and then are you going to cast Identify?
Yeah, dog.
It appears to be, according to your identification that you've cast, this is a box of holding.
Ooh, it's a box of holding.
It is not a box of like interdimensional space holding so much as like a box of holding something or keeping something in or dulling something down, something along those lines.
That seems ominous.
Yeah. Like something bad.
I mean, it's keeping something in or out or at bay.
Locked away.
Or locked away.
Something contained.
Contained,
Wasn't this
yeah.
supposed to be? I don't understand because I thought this was supposed to be an anti-magic item. So how is a magic box keeping it in? I feel like we've been bamboozled somehow.
Yeah, no, that's when Webb says that, I go, I thought this was anti-magic.
Well, I think the only thing we can do is take it back to her and open it in front of her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say we make her open it.
I mean, sounds right to me. That way she can show us how to use it, give us a proper tutorial.
You know she's not going to be there when we get back, right?
Right. Oh,
We can
not
find
me.
Dane, I hate you. Yeah, we're marching this box back to her.
Okay, her house is open and empty. In fact, any of her personal possessions have been removed, and the place looks as if no one's been there in 50 years. Like there's dust and cobwebs. The entirety of the place looks as if it's been abandoned. Even there's boards on the windows. It is an odd comeuppance for you guys as you approach and realize the house that was relatively opulent at one time is now hosting cobwebs and mothballs and dust.
How run down is it? Because I feel like we just acquired property.
It is not dilapidated, but it is like in the hood. It's like boarded up. It's the worst house in the neighborhood.
It's a fixer-upper.
It is definitely
It's
a fixer-upper.
I feel like we just acquired property.
It is a larger building, and it is made of an older style because it looks like it's been around for a while. It just looks like it's been abandoned for I say 50 years. I use that a little lightly, but I mean a while. I mean the vines have grown up along the edge, the shrubs are all crazy, but none of that was the case when you were here. The place seemed subdued and dark and quiet, but the windows were open and the shrubs were trimmed, and everything seemed fine when you were here before. You shut the door behind you? You guys went in?
Anything Webb knows about fixer-uppers is first thing we're going to need is shiplap.
Yes. If we don't have shiplap, Joanna and Chip won't even show up.
Barn doors.
They won't even come.
Barn doors.
Gonna have to have some barn doors.
Walking by,
Lots of
Chip
those
notices
here.
the house and says, "Hey, I would fix that place up for you guys. I know somebody who can help us." No.
While we're here, I'm going to cast Locate Object on Volume 1 of the book I just gave her.
What's the range on that?
I think it's like 1,000 feet.
Okay. She's at least 1,001 feet away. Right now. You guys might find her later. But you're in the home. I mean, did you guys go? I assume, right? You went to the house, found out it was
We're
dilapidated.
just gonna go up to the house, and
Okay.
I'll do my magical awareness thing again.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Does that allow you to pick up remnants of what spells were in a spot that are no longer being used?
No, it just lets me pinpoint magic.
Okay. Yeah, there's no lingering magic currently where you are, besides what's on you guys.
And I'll go in and start looking around. I'll let everybody else do the investigating. The other investigating, I guess I'm also investigating, but with my eyeballs.
It's actually, I mean, the bones of the place are pretty good. They got some lovely bones going on
Good
here.
bones.
Good bones. Yeah.
Some good bones to it. So it is a 2-story building with a small, basement cellar that's about 15 by 15. Not dissimilar to the size of the Barbarian Bacon Stand's 15-foot basement. But this one's a little better made, more well done. It's not like, I don't know, it wasn't just made for your guys' little shop. This is made for a home to store things and stay dry in and stuff. But it is 2 stories. It's 5 bedrooms. There are 2
That's
bath
so
holes.
convenient.
What?
So convenient. 5 bedrooms. Exactly 5 bedrooms.
I didn't even think
We
about
get
there
the
being
master
5
bedroom.
adventurers. That's quite entertaining. I just was saying because it's a decent size. There's the front room, a great room, a dining room, a preparation area, a fireplace, which doesn't have. It's not even warm. Like when she was here, you guys were here an hour ago. She had a fire in the fireplace. Like it seemed lived in. Everything seemed fine. But it is currently dark, dusty.
Is it an
All right.
open concept?
It can be once you pull
but
this
it
wall
can be.
down and
Okay.
if you maybe add a
I think
support
this is a
beam.
load-bearing wall, but we
It's
can
a
probably
load.
figure something
Yeah,
out.
well, we do a controlled burn.
We haven't found drywall yet, so everything is like you said, mostly shiplap already.
Smart.
Wood paneled. Ugh. Okay.
My dad would love it.
Well, I guess there's a table in the like abandoned dining room. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
It's
Well, I'll set the
dusty.
box down on that and kind of like I guess it's time for us to discuss whether we're going to open this box that seems to be containing something, or if we're just gonna like let Webb do his mage hand thing from the other room, or if we're just gonna kind of take the key, hold on to it, separate it from the box, and wait.
I think waiting is the best policy here.
We could take it to the Nomenclature Institute. Don't we have a friend over there?
He's dead.
Ah.
Well, the lady.
No, she wasn't here. She
Agnes
was less...
is not necessarily a fan, but
she's not a fan.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And
No,
she has a
knowledge.
thirst for knowledge. I was getting ready to say that.
And with the donation to the institute, I'm
Mhm.
sure that she would be willing to help.
Absolutely. And a new book for the library, volume 2.
Roland, let's go take care of that star first. Let's go make that gray star a black star. Let's do that first. You're something.
Do you want me to put some
let's
of
go take care
Uncle
of that.
Happy's oil on there? We can get her black real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with you guys. I put your guys' house on there in another blue circle down there. You
We
guys,
are so excited
it
that we
is.
have a home.
It's in Killick Fair, opposite of the Emerald Strand.
Cute.
So it's a middle class home. But
Yeah, that's a nice.
it's a nicer area.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad area. It's just the worst house on that block.
On that block, it's definitely the last one to get gentrified.
Oh, we are so close to the dagger board. Let's really actually go take care of that.
Yeah.
What are you guys
Right
doing?
down there.
We're gonna go make Roland a Black Star member.
Oh, at the
Great.
dagger board.
We're gonna trade in his gray star for a Black Star.
And drinks are on me.
Oh.
Yeah, they are.
So-
Okay.
All right, so it's 11:02. I'm down to play until next year, but I think we can wrap it up. So let's see. So it sounds like next week, Sunday at 9, you guys are going to go to the dagger board to fully instate Black Star Roland. And then the other thing I heard was you guys wanted to pop by the Nomenclature Institute to speak with Agnes, the current, essentially like fifth in command of the institute, who used to take care of like reporting to the head of the headmaster and to Gunther himself. Was there anything else that I should be preparing for next week that you guys have in mind?
I think you know the answer to that.
What? Opening the box?
No, going to the cages.
Oh, rib tickler.
Mm-hmm.
Von Terran needs follow up.
Okay.
We've got
The
things
ribs need to be tickled.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Ribs.
All
They're
right.
going to tickle themselves.
I'll prepare a couple things, but we've been here enough times where if you want anything specific, all I've got is the rib tickler, the Nomenclature Institute, and the dagger board. Those 3 things are on my list, as well as whatever you guys do with this black box.
Yeah. Webb might shoot
is
over.
probably going to go ahead and check on the church and make sure they're using his money correctly and they're healing the way they should be. Obviously, we're going to start working on, I don't know, maybe we can see if some of the goblins can help clean up the house.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
Roland is going to get a Black Star tattoo.
Oh,
Yes.
Where?
you probably get that in the chivalry.
Oh my gosh. Do magic tattoos
No, I
exist?
don't need. I mean, location on his body, not.
Yeah.
Can we do magic
location.
tattoos?
To be determined.
I'm sure you could find somebody in Morzanth to do that. The Hatchway Bazaar.
Matching magic Black Star tattoos?
Well, what would the magic be? Like, what would they do? Like, flip to be different colors when you guys decide you're with a different team? Or, like, well,
I don't know
be
how
anything.
magic tattoos
It's
work, but if there was
magic.
some sort of messaging feature.
Oh, like a
There's-
tattoo of sending or something? That'd be cool.
There are rules for magic tattoos in Tasha's Cauldron. So
You know what's crazy is you guys are, like, traveling around looking for somebody to do one, and you come across a particular drow elf who knows all about magical tattoos. His name is Nex. His last name, Tell.
I hate that.
Boop, boop. Hey, guys. No? All right. Strike that from the record. It was after 11. I might be tired. So Nextel doesn't currently exist, but he might. Go look for Black Star Tattoos Ascending, and you'll get the beat feature real quick. No? All right. Looks like Jacob liked that one. Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate you. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for coming in and stopping by. Make sure you throw a follow at me. Subscribe on YouTube. Appreciate those. Those help. And if you're watching for the first time, which some of you might be, the more you watch, you build up nerd force, which can be used to either help or hinder the party playing at the time. So those are always fun to give criticals and fumbles out and stuff. But thanks again for watching, and I guess we'll see you guys next week. I'm going to cut this off, and